Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's go ahead and dive in on day 4 of my 5-day series on easy peasy necklaces. So let's go ahead and show you what we will be making today. So this right here is an 18-inch necklace that we are going to make that's absolutely super easy. It is using chain at different lengths, which I love. And this will be using 5mm Swarovski bicone crystals. And then this right here, these little bars, there's these are for Michael's, and when you buy them, there'll be 2 silver matte and then 2 gold matte, and you will find this in the bead finding section. So where you see the chain, the jump rings, the lobster claws, that section, not where the beads are, okay? And that's where you'll find these. I already used the gold ones, so now I'm going to use the silver ones. So and that is about it. Everything else will be the same and redundant as far as the chain extenders. I'm going to show you the ones they sell at Hobby Lobby, and then I'm going to show you, of course, how to do it from scratch. Okay, so let me go ahead and lay this out so that you can see it. All right, these are the extenders that you can get from Hobby Lobby. This is 2 inches, 1 inch. So you could do this if you want to go ahead and bypass doing it from scratch. I prefer to do it by scratch because I've only seen these in the shinier metal. I haven't seen these in the more antiqued silver. So I do get these for just in case. And this is an 18-inch necklace that we'll be doing. 14mm lobster claw. Then we have our 6mm heavy gauge jump ring, and yep, that's it. And then we're gonna, of course, we're gonna use the same 3 tools as we've been doing. And now we're gonna go ahead and add them on. I did save some time, guys, because I did not want to bore you to death with watching me hook on every single crystal onto every piece of chain. And at the end, I'm gonna show you how I did these right here, which is very easy. I've shown them before because it's just 1 loop and it's directly on the chain without a jump ring. I felt like adding a jump ring here too would be way too much because they're so dainty. So we're gonna hook this on here, and then when you add the 1 long one, you're gonna add, there's 3 of these that are cut at 1 inch, okay? 3 at 1 inch. Then you're gonna do another 3 at 1/2 inch, okay? At 1/2 inch. And then you're gonna have another 3 that sits directly on the jump ring, okay? So I just hooked on the 1 inch. Now I'm gonna hook on the 1/2 inch, and we're gonna close this off, okay? No, I'm sorry, I told a lie. No, we're not gonna hook that off because we need to add the 1 more, which is this one. So there will be 3 of them. Then you close it off. All right. Now on these, it's up to you how you want there to, like for instance, when I put them on, I originally just had the 1. I had 3 long ones. I'm like, oh my gosh, it looks so boring. Then I added this one, just the top one. I'm like, okay, that looks like a gap. So then I was like, all right, we have to add the 3rd so that it cascades correctly. It was driving me batty, and I'm like, okay, I can't do that. So we're gonna hook on the jump ring to this little bar. We're gonna hook on the 1 inch that already has the dangle on it because I'm putting it directly on the chain. The 1/2 inch chain that already has the dangle on it, and then we're going to hook the actual just dangle directly on to the jump ring, okay? We're going to close that off. All right, and you're going to want to make sure that these are literally metal to metal because the chain is small. these can easily pop out. So you definitely want to make sure that it's super snug, that these right here is metal touching metal right here, because these will pop off very easily. Now, if you want to take the time to do wire wrapping on each of these, then by all means, please go ahead and do that. I'm going to show you at the end of this how I wire wrap, and the inspiration was 100% by Shara Crane and also by Nurse Tara. I used both of their techniques in doing it, and I'm going to link Tara's. I have to go way back in her videos because she did it a long time ago, and I'll link her video. I can't link Shara's because it's not available on YouTube. She removed it. And she put it on its Patreon. There you go. I was trying to think about what that was. So she put that on her Patreon, but she had an amazing tutorial as well. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add on the bar. And you wanna make sure when you add them on there that you do add long, medium, small, so that it lays correctly. Okay. So see how easy that is and how that looks? That's perfect. I love it. Okay. So let me show you quickly how I wire wrap. So I have this right here, which is a 2-inch ballpoint head pin. And there from here, most of the beading metal findings I use is from Hobby Lobby, by Metal Gallery, or by Jewelry Shop. I absolutely love their metal. It's just a favorite of mine. This is super pliable and perfect for wire wrapping. Okay, so we're gonna add this 5mm on here. I'm right-handed, so I'm gonna hold it to the butt of the crystal. There's no gap in between, okay? And I always put things in about 1/3 of the way. That tends to be my go-to for the size of loop I want. And I'm gonna push this metal away from me, okay? And now you see how I have these faced flat? Now I'm gonna open it and turn it up. Then I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna bend it towards me all the way down. Okay, as down as you can get it. So it looks like this. Now we're gonna go ahead and take out the plier. And then we're gonna put it back in, but now we're gonna put the bottom in the hole. See, the top one was in there first. Now we're gonna stick it toward the bottom, and then the top part does not have any wire around it. We're gonna grab this wire and we're gonna push it away from us. We're gonna bend it away to where it's straight across. Okay, so it looks like this. Okay, then I switch hands, and where Shara does hers is she takes this out, she grabs 2 sets of these, and then she holds it and then uses another to wrap. I'm gonna be lazy and I'm gonna keep it in here, and I'm gonna use these ridged ones, which are the ones that I use that are cinch, because they have the ridges in here, and it's perfect to hold onto the wire. Okay, and then I hold onto it and I'm gonna wire wrap away from me. So when you do it, you wanna make sure it's kind of going up, and then you just keep turning. Release it, let go, turn your hand, go under, let go. You see how my hand on my right is turning? And then you just grab it like this, and it turns out really good. Okay, so at this point, I just go ahead and I get my flush cutters and I cut it right down to the back. All right, so see how that looks? And then it'll be sticking out a smidge. Then you just get your pliers and you just squeeze it in. Really easy. And that's how that looks. So I'm gonna do it again, but I'm gonna not talk as much and just kind of, you can just watch the rhythm of how I do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab another one. I wanted to stop in the middle of what I was doing so that, oh, I already have a crystal. And you can just see as I go. Okay. And if in case, do you see how that turned out like that? That's because had I did it the way Shara, where she switches, it would have stayed perfectly round. Honestly, I'm okay with that because I can easily just stick this back in here and just kind of like bend my way and flatten it out, and it's fine. So I would totally add her video if I could, but you know, unfortunately it's not available, and that's kind of how I do it. So, but I will, like I said, I will put Tara's, I will link hers. All right, so let's carry on now with the rest of the video. And then actually, you know what, I didn't show how I did the actual, these right here. I mean, this one single one I do all the time in my videos. So these are 1-inch head pins. And you need that because you need the bead to stop. So you don't want to use an eye pen. Okay, so these are too long. So this is where I guesstimate. Okay, so I know that I do not need a lot of space to make a loop. I don't want the loop to be super big. Okay, and 1/3 of the way in. Okay, I'm just turning, stays inside the bead, turn back, and then it looks like this. Then you grab these right here, and then you just, oops, trying to hold it with me, and then you just squeeze it down like that. So the ridges on this is what helps holding these when you close it off, and that's it. It's very easy to do these. Okay, and because this is a good wire, you're okay. Now if it was super, like the wire I just used to do the wire wrapping, that would not be, this would not be a good wire to do one loop because it's too bendable. It would not even hold. So it always depends on the wire. All right, so we're gonna slide this through, and then we are going to go ahead and add our jump ring to the end. And then we are going to add, oops, our dangle. We're gonna add that first. Then we're gonna add our lobster claw. And close it off. Make sure the metal is touching the metal so that there's no way for it to fall, or I'm sorry, come apart. Then we're gonna grab another jump ring to the other end. And then we are going to add the 1-inch chain that I already pre-cut to add the extension. And then, oh no, we're gonna close it off. Jeez Louise, okay, there we go. And make sure that's butting up metal to metal. All right. And then we're gonna add the last jump ring to add the 1-inch extension, making this 19 inches long. So this necklace, you can honestly make it long or short. It's completely up to you. Now, I know that this might be for some of you like tedious. You're like, oh my gosh, the chain's small. I don't want to really mess with the chain like that. And I understand, but for me personally, I really love chain. I love how it hangs. I love that it fills in gaps, and you can just do so much with the chain, because look at how pretty that is. Now, if you wanted to do that, you could honestly not do the chain part, and you can add maybe just like a 2-inch, well, actually that's, yeah, maybe go a 2-inch head pin, and then just wire wrap it, or do the top part, and then get another one and just cut it by 1/2 inch just so that it layers, and use all head pins in replacement of the chain. You can totally do that if you don't want to mess with chain. I just like the movement of the chain. And that's it, guys. That is it. So here is another easy peasy necklace that you guys can give a try. And don't forget, this week Hobby Lobby has this chain Metal Gallery is on sale. So I have to go this week, so I don't forget, because I was not going to pay full price for these. So, and that's it. All right, and I will see you guys. This will be coming out Thursday when you see it. I already have one made for Friday, so I can't wait, because that one is really super pretty, and there's a little more into it, but we got to switch it up, guys. Okay, so you have an amazing and blessed remaining of your day. Bye.